Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm just in the middle of making my nighttime tea. How many other people have their pocket-teas? Anyway, bear with me. This is a question for you all. We'll wait till we've got a few more on so we can have a quick chat, because I need your help. I want to know, got 12 people on, how many of you had children that slept from birth? How many of you had children that slept from birth? And when did your children start sleeping in from? Hey Sandra, how's it going? Because I was speaking, and this is quite an interesting subject. To let you know, hey Anna, I have never had children that have slept. I've kind of been one of these people that have never really brought it up a huge amount because I didn't want to be judged. And I feel as though there's a lot of mothers that judge out there when it comes to how we raise our children. And for me, I was put in a position. I was with my ex and I was breastfeeding and I didn't know what to do. Vaya, every time I put her down, she would cry. I think we slept with her on our chest for the first 12 weeks of her life. Then we split up when she was 5 months old, and Vaya ended up coming into bed with me. And just for those who have jumped on now, let me know how old your children were when they slept through, because I've still got children in my bed. But I wanted to talk to you also about things that you can do if you do have children that don't sleep, that are going to help you with your weight loss and with your fitness. So cut a long story short, when Vaya was a year old, I ended up hiring a lady in Tauranga, Vicky Kay, the sleep whisperer, and she was amazing. It was the 2 hardest weeks of my life because I was a single mum trying to get a breastfeeding baby to learn how to sleep by herself again. And then I fell pregnant, didn't I? I fell pregnant. Janelle, everyone who's on there now, let me know how old your children were when they slept, all right? Because I generally, to be honest, every time I heard someone tell me that their children sleep, I would block my ears and I would sing Christian songs. So mastering, then I got pregnant with Eden, right? And then I didn't sleep during pregnancy, and then I had 2 children. And I did really try to put Eden in her bed, but I breastfed her for 2.5 years, and she was a child that woke up. And then Paul and I split up again when the kids were 2 and 3, and I actually believe that it was, and I'll be honest with you, it was probably my need more than anything to have that affection during the night, and I didn't change it, you know. So Vaya sleeps through the night now, but I still have Eden come through every night about 3 or 4 for cuddles. And look, it's my fault. I don't push her out, but I've got used to waking up every single night, and I probably have done for 6 years now. As I say, I don't believe that we should judge one another. I believe that, you know, as mums, we should be supporting one another, because it's always been a fear of mine to actually share this with you, because I know there's a lot of mothers out there that I've shared it before, and they've said to me, oh, you know, you should do this and that, and it kind of, maybe I didn't take it the right way. I think, you know, being a single mum for me has been really tough. And I crave affection, I crave, you know, that, and I get it from my kids. But that has also meant that I have lost sleep along the way. And for those that are on there now, you know, share your story with me. Let me know how old your children are when they slept. And if you do have any positive tips for mums out there, because you know, I've learned a lot of things off my mums. You know, my expertise is health and fitness. My expertise is not getting children to sleep. But if there is anyone out there that wants to share some tips, then do so. Sandra, I'm not very friendly to my kids at night, so they quickly learned it's not mummy time at night. Yes. And look, Sandra, I was opposite. I was like, you know, I felt like I needed that one-to-one with my children, probably because I was a single mum and I wasn't getting it from any outside source. So for me, it was, I probably put myself in a position. I was like, oh my God, you know, I need to show my children, you know, I needed to do that at night. And, you know, Eden is still 4 and she's coming into bed with me, and it is challenging. Angela, my youngest, never slept, silent reflux and colic, and I couldn't sleep in the day with a toddler. I don't know how I got through every night. Oh my gosh, so true. And look, so many mums have different experiences, and I was speaking to a beautiful pregnant mum tonight. We were talking about the postnatal phase, and I think there needs to be more emphasis on the wellness side of it after we have children, because that's the time that we need it the most. So I thought I'd share with you some tips that have helped me, because I do see a lot of mums struggle with lack of sleep. And what happens is the hormone side of things, when we don't sleep, it can affect our hormone ghrelin, all right? And that's our hunger hormone. So for some mums who are really tired, they wake up and they actually feel as though they're craving. And a lot of the time it's just their sleep hormone or their hormones are out of whack. So, you know, my suggestion to mums that don't sleep very well is stick to the basic rituals, all right? And those basic rituals are creating rituals in the morning, because that's the time that you're going to feel the best, all right? So that means getting up, and I'll show you my little routine, is I get up and every morning I put the jug on. Hey Sarah, I get the jug on and I have my 500, I grab one of these cups here and I do warm water and I do a teaspoon of this, and what else do I do? What else do I do? Put something else in it. And I have that, because straight away hydration is going to make us feel good. It's not caffeine, all right, it's water. And if you are waking up all the time, the worst thing that you can do is go and have a coffee, because what goes up must come down. And I guarantee a lot of the mums who aren't sleeping are probably crashing at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because number one, they haven't slept, and number two, they're having too much caffeine in the morning, which is in turn in the afternoon going to make a crash. So first things first, no caffeine. You're probably blocking your ears thinking, oh my God, what's she saying? It is, look after yourself. You know, like you've got to make sure that you're hydrating yourself, and then make sure you start the day with things that are going to help you. And that, of course, is your food. I'll just quickly answer Claire's question. What is this apple cider vinegar? Look, this is just another way to alkalize the body. Some people use lemon. I use organic apple cider vinegar. A good way to wake up the digestive system and alkalize the body in the morning. You can only use about a teaspoon, all right, a tablespoon. So starting off with that, and then look, some mums might not have the opportunity to do this, but if you do have the opportunity to do it, learning how to power nap is going to change your life. I mastered I never ever could sleep in the day, and I now can master a 5-minute power nap, and that's because I'm so used to not sleeping. Like for me, it could be a 5, 10, 20-minute power nap if I have the chance, because that's the thing that's going to regenerate. The thing with sleep is that it's our only chance to regenerate. And yes, I've been woken up every night for the last 6 years of my life. So I kind of think if I've got time during the day, I will have a power nap. So the basic rules are, all right, rituals with the basics, and doing exercise in the morning when you feel good, because in the afternoon your cortisol levels are going to be really high. And that's generally when people crash. And we don't want to raise those cortisol levels. We want to manage them. So wake up in the morning, hydrate, get your exercise done, because as mums, when we feel good, we do good. All right, don't have the caffeine, don't have the sugar, all right, because the more you have, the more you're going to want. And you've got to eat breakfast, because if you don't eat breakfast, most of those mums have caffeine, don't eat breakfast, get to the end of the day and snack on all the things that they shouldn't. All right, and trust me, I have met a lot of mums say, oh, you know, I don't have to worry about my weight, and 10 years later they're coming to me saying, oh, you know, in my early 20s I didn't have to worry about my weight, and then suddenly your metabolism slows down and you put on all the weight. So doing all these things now is protecting you from having a slow metabolism down the line. And I think I spoke to Sarah about that the other day too. So the reality is that we're all busy mums. The reality is some of us have sleepers, some of us don't. The reality is I believe we should all be supporting one another. The reality is that each and every one of us has a different journey. The reality is you can all get results around a busy mum life, because that's proven. And take it back to basics, guys. Our body is 60 to 70% water. Give it what it needs. Hydrate it. Don't do things that are going to affect your hormones or your stress, all right? So that's making sure you get sleep, making sure you power nap, making sure that you maybe meditate or do some breathing, making sure that you don't stress your body out with too much caffeine or alcohol, and then give your body what it needs. You know, food to aid a digestive system, food to give you more energy, food to balance hormones. And as you can see, I haven't sold you a $750 isogenic shake yet, because you don't need that, all right? Effective exercise to fit around a family life, and that could be you doing a 6 or 12-minute workout. Is that enough? Well, it's better than you doing nothing, all right? And it helps you be consistent. It helps set those natural endorphins off in the brain to make you a happier mum and a happier person. And yeah, you all deserve to have results. You all deserve to feel amazing. You all deserve to know that it's totally possible, all right? I've gone on a total tangent here because I'm very good. So we'll go back to what I now do now at night, is I have a night routine. So at the moment I'm having a night tea, and this has got licorice, chamomile, lavender and lime flower. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and have a bath, reset my body, put some, I'm going to show you something else. Going to put some magnesium in, and if you are suffering from sleep, magnesium is one of the best things to relax you. Now, magnesium topical means that it doesn't go through the digestive system. So if you do have any gut issues or leaky gut issues, then having topical magnesium spray is going to be a lot better, because you're going to absorb it. Some people don't absorb through the tummy. So topical magnesium spray will really help you relax and really help you sleep. Also an Epsom salt bath, which I'm going to have now. And I just got this routine because in the end, I didn't sleep for years. In my early 20s, I went through a 3-4 year period where I took sleeping pills, I took melatonin, I would take anything to help me sleep. So I understand what it's like not to sleep, including children. So I do all the things that I can to look after myself, and I don't have an issue falling asleep. But obviously I have kids. I have the lovely Eden coming in every morning at 3-4 in the morning for tuddles. She calls them tuddles, not cuddles. So yeah, if you can, if you would like, for those that are on there, share your story about your children and if they slept or not. If you have any tips, hey Ashley and Holly, come and say hi, press the love button. We all love to share each other's knowledge and support one another. Busy Mum Fitness and the Busy Mum movement is all about mums supporting mums in a real world of being a busy mum. And you know, one thing we know, you know, over the last 4 years of running this program with thousands of mums, that results are totally achievable, all right? It's not going to be a perfect road. If you aim for perfection, you'll fail. But you know, there's enough tools and systems and a belief system to support you to get the results that you deserve. Okay. Yeah, so share your kid's story. Let us know if they've slept or not. If you've got any tips, I've given you my tips for the night. And I'm going to go and have a bath now. I was supposed to be in New Zealand today, everyone, but we only discovered last night that their passport was out of date. So I am now flying to New Zealand on Thursday night. And I'm now having to catch a flight at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning all the way to Sydney to pick up Vaya's passport and flying all the way back tomorrow, and then I'm leaving to New Zealand on Thursday. So it's been a very expensive change around, but we've sorted it, okay? So that's going to be my mission tomorrow, is to fly to Sydney and grab Vaya's passport so I can come to New Zealand. Maybe there'll be a hot guy sitting next to me on the plane. I don't know, but I'll look for a reason why I couldn't leave today later on. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that's my mission. I hope you all, Ashley, oh no, I'm glad it's all sorted. Well, yes, everything happens for a reason. I'm still looking for this reason. But yeah, don't stress about something. Don't stress about being stressed. That's the key. It is what it is. And yeah. So have an amazing night, everyone. Thank you for taking part. Wow, busy lady, yep. And let's hope there's a nice hot guy sitting next to me on the plane tomorrow, and that will be the reason why this has happened. Who knows? Who knows? I'll see you soon.